Dear Exec, so you're planning to do an executive retreat or a gathering or some such thing where you're going to get all of your executives together and you're going to have brainstorming and meetings and inspirational speeches. And these can be useful. They can garner a sense of camaraderie amongst your executives and try to reduce a little bit of the rampant backbiting competition that exists among your executive class often. But I know you're planning to do some sort of athletic competition. Maybe it's baseball, maybe it's football, maybe it's something weird like pogo stick racing. And I'm going to ask you not to do that because the executives are the most competitive part of your company. Most of them got to their positions because they care about their position, they care about winning, often at the expense of the people around them. And that's awful, but to some degree, maybe that's what you actually want day to day. Some of these people are undiagnosed sociopaths, and they have no empathy for anyone else. And again, maybe that's what you want day to day. But when you take these people, these hyper competitive people, and you give them a pogo stick, or you tell them that score is being kept, people are gonna get hurt because that competitive spirit that maybe you're looking to foster most of the time is going to be twisted and aimed at your other executives in not a very healthy way. And maybe you think that you can allow this to be worked through and that, sports is all about people working through their aggression and becoming stronger teams as a result. And it might be possible for that to work if it's given enough time, but you're only gathering for a couple of days, right? So instead of what you want, what you're gonna get is people who are cheating, people who are overly aggressive, people getting hurt. And that's not serving your purpose, is it? I think you can find other means of introducing some activity, some physical activity into your gathering. And if you want competition, find something that isn't going to result in someone dislocating a hip because they push themselves too hard or they push someone else. You may be thinking, at the start of this video, Mark said maybe it's okay to have a bunch of sociopaths in your executive. I bet he doesn't mean that. Congratulations, you've cracked the code. You don't in fact want a bunch of sociopaths in your executive, but chances are you've got them, so you've got to deal with that. An unintended consequence of a team full of hyper-competitive people that lack very much empathy? This can lead to a team that is more concerned about their own positions than about the well-being of your corporation. And that can lead to trying not to lose instead of trying to win. And sometimes you want that, but often you don't. And when people are putting their own position above everything else, that's what you're gonna get. As long as we're talking corporate retreat, let me just rattle off a few other things. If you're gonna build a custom agora just for the event that's gonna be ripped down at the end, can you put some cushions out? People are sitting on that wood for hours at a time. Maybe don't get an inspirational speaker whose primary message is, you should quit your job and ride a bicycle around the world, because I don't know that's gonna have the effect you hope. Anyway, ever helpfully, Mark. P.S. What's with all of the super expensive messenger bags you always give out at these things? What's that about? What am I supposed to put in my custom form?